let's go. Let's do it. Let's go. All right. Hello, everyone.
You have to leave that in.
Oh yeah, of course.
The first thing they hear is
Welcome back in, everyone. We are back with another Halfcasters episode. Woo!
Woo!
Been a few weeks, so excited to be back. Episode 8. Where will they go next? Who knows?
We
Let's
missed
find
you.
out. Yes. So should we just jump right in? We all good? We ready?
No.
To go? No?
We need a recap.
Yeah,
Let us
that's
know
what I mean.
what's going
Jump right into
on.
the episode proper.
Yes.
Great, thank you. All right.
You said jump right in. I figured we were gonna start heavy role playing.
So let's jump right into a recap, shall we? So, last time, the Dangerous Daggers had their big exhibition fight at the Eclipse Arena. They fought 3 waves of extraplanar entities. First, a red cap, during which Kira failed to win over the crowd with her dance moves and used her wild magic abilities for the first time.
You're coming at me real hard, real quick.
Hey, I gotta...
We have to remind people of the trauma
I
you
just
went
gotta
through.
point out the highlights. That's all I do here.
In the lowlights.
This is not the highlight. Yeah, this is the low lights. Start with the highlights.
Next, they fought 4 shadows. Banabin and Maeve spent the majority of this battle protecting each other back to back, and
was
Kira
really cute.
once again failed to win over the crowd.
Get fucked, idiot.
The final battle saw the team defeating a fiendish Balgura, and Kira finally succeeded in her performance check, and the crowd
Cha-cha
loved her.
slide.
Cha-cha slide wins every time. After the fight, the team was given a bag of holding containing 4,000 gold. And that's basically where we are now. We're collapsing out of this. You guys will skip. Where would you guys head right after this? Are you heading back to the apartment?
Yeah, probably.
I think we all sat down and immediately counted to make sure it was
Yep.
all there.
We did. We
That
sat
did.
on the floor in the office, making
Never trust
small
a man.
stacks of money until we knew it was 4K.
Yeah, just flipped open a bag of holding and just 4,000 gold scattered across
Yep.
the ground. Spent the time to count it.
What if
course.
we went to our favorite Mexican restaurant and got 2 for 1 margaritas?
Bogo margaritas,
Yeah.
baby.
You gotta do it.
Bogo
You gotta do it.
margaritas as we flex the fact that we won.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's our
And then
celebration
back to
party.
the apartment.
Excellent. So yeah, you guys go in with your massive bag of holding. Of course, these bags of holding luckily don't weigh as much as the things inside. They always weigh 15 pounds no matter what. So you have
That's
4,000
still a
gold.
pretty heavy bag.
It's still a pretty heavy bag, but compared to 4,000 gold
That's
coins,
like my grandma's purse level weight.
roughly, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, who is holding the bag of holding? Because
I
I
thought
feel
you were.
I was gonna say, I think it
You
was
guys
either
can
you
decide.
or me.
okay. I would probably say me because I feel like shenanigans are gonna come afoot
Yeah.
Hee hee.
when when we come back to your family's apartment.
That works.
Yeah, that too.
So I can just hide it. Banavin can just hide it in Doge 2.0.
That works for me. Joe's just carrying it in his stomach hatch.
Perfect. And it's important to note that this is like a useful magic item, and they just gave
Yeah.
it to you guys. So you now have in your inventory a bag of holding that you can use to store larger amounts of items. and
Love
stuff like
that.
Let's go
And
steal
people.
Dom.
Honestly, throw him in the bag, suffocate him. End of his storyline.
So, great. So yeah, you guys finish up, head on out, go get Bogo margaritas.
They're so delicious.
For some reason, this specific location that you guys go to always has buy one get one margaritas, no matter the time. It's not like an hourly thing. It's just
not happy hour. It's
always all hours is happy hours.
The drinks are so not strong. They're just
But they're
so
super
weak.
sweet
But
and
they're
good.
very juicy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
super
two
sweet.
margaritas has the same amount of alcohol as just one in a normal location.
That's how they
And
get
that's
you.
fine. That's totally fine because I only paid for one. So it's okay.
So it's fine. Awesome. All
Yeah.
right. So you guys fill
Kira
up.
and I drink 14 margaritas each. And we stumble home.
Yeah, and you guys stumble on home. Great. So we're I think we're going to approach this kind of more from a top-down view. As a group, kind of discussing what our characters are going to do, what we want to do with the money, what we want to do as a group, if there's anything you guys want to follow up on. Essentially, we're going to be moving into like a 2-week downtime period. But beforehand, let's why don't you guys discuss a bit about what you'd want to do with the 4,000 gold? Some options are you can just hoard it and spend it on things that you see. You could do something like buy property. Like houses are something that you could buy with 4,000 gold or less. I have a list of property values in the city, or you can even buy outside of the city if you wanted to, if you wanted something a little quieter. You could do things like buy a vehicle. Like there's enough money in there for vehicle purchases, or take a look at magic items. There's some powerful magic items that cost thousands of gold that you could take a look at. That's kind of up to you guys on how you'd like to approach. So
Could we buy a business?
you could absolutely buy a business.
What kind of business would you want to buy, Miss Bannerman?
No, I don't know. I'm saying
What if we bought potions and lotions and it became our business? We franchise it and we put one on the other side of town.
And we start selling bath bombs.
There you go.
Oh, do you like it? Got it. I love it. I love it. So you want to do like buy a potions and lotions franchise, or you're
Yeah,
thinking,
we want to franchise potions and lotions.
Gotcha.
so we buy it, we own the rights.
Yeah.
Got it.
Damn.
I love it. I love it. I love your
Or
thinking.
what if we do a Mojo Dojo Casa?
Mojo Dojo
Can you
Casa
tell that we
House.
just watched Barbie?
So good.
We got to get our own mojo.
Mm-hmm.
Our
Well,
own dojo.
a lot of like shop buildings in the city have like apartments and housing like above it. It's like one of those multi-story sort of things.
A Bob's Burgers style building.
Yeah. So for the most part, you could, if you were like, I want to have my own house, because here's the other thing is that owning a property, you're also going to be paying for like property taxes. There's
I can't believe you're bringing taxes.
Oh, yeah.
I
into
know.
our
So
game.
that's
Into
all
my
that sort of
fun game.
Of course.
What if I commit
but
tax evasion in the game?
you can absolutely do that. We'll see how that works out for you.
I mean, basically, Maeve's family runs the government.
Yeah, we are tax evaders.
In little dudes here, sure, yeah. But the other thing is if you get if you do decide to go the business route, the business would kind of pay for itself, and you then wouldn't need to pay for these things because the business is sustaining it, and you'd probably get some more on the side out of it.
Did you come up with pricing for these multi-use buildings?
Sure, absolutely.
How much for a little Bob's Burgers-esque?
Our bodega.
Yeah,
Potions and lotions.
on top of our potions 2 lotions.
So if you want to buy a like a smaller Bob's Burgers style building,
Yeah.
you probably won't make a lot off of it, but it will definitely pay for itself at the very least.
Okay.
You are looking at about 2,000 gold. Now, if you want to buy something that will pay for itself, and on top of that, we get to roll every
Generate
once in a
some
while
income.
to see how much income you make off of it, you're looking at about 3,000 gold.
I think that's worth it.
Yeah.
I think that's worth it.
Yeah.
Is potions and lotions in that 3,000 gold-esque building?
Yeah.
You would need to chat with Kespa about what
About
kind of deals-
franchising?
Yeah, what kind of if she's interested in franchising even, or what the cost would be for
But in
doing that sort of
theory,
thing.
we could buy this multi-use building and just put whatever business we wanted down
Yeah,
there.
exactly. You
We
can
don't
do
have to franchise
Yeah.
potions.
Now that
Lotions.
But what
three-
else are we going to do?
True.
the 3,000 includes like all the that includes the building, that includes all the like permits you'd get and all that sort of stuff, the filing for copyright. But if you do it through potions and lotions, through them, it'll probably end up being about the same, the 3,000. Just like instead of it going to the government, you're paying potions and lotions to like take care of the stuff for you.
Do we want to see if we could possibly buy the rights to the company?
Storm has the biggest shit-eating grin on right now because she's shipping Banabin and
Kespa.
Actually, I forgot about that.
QUESP.
But
Oh.
yes, I am. I am actually.
What was the grin for?
I was
then?
thinking we franchise a Hot Topic.
That's true.
We franchise a Hot Topic or a Spencier's.
a glitch or bomb.
A Spencier's. A Spencer's.
I know what
A Spencier's.
I know what you meant. Just say it 6 times.
Just keep saying it, and eventually it'll work.
Does this world have like some form of market research to see?
Darren, did you do your market research?
Oh my god.
I need to know how the market segmentation is for
The
the
market segmentation, Darren.
I'm losing my mind.
So, so what you'd want to do is basically do the market research to find a location that would work well for what you're trying to sell. Find a place that's not selling something like that nearby, that sort of thing.
I doubt they have a Spencier's.
But I mean, you can look into it, definitely, 100%.
Concierge.
But actually, let's make a luck check. Does someone want to roll? If it's
Me?
You have
Yeah.
to roll to see if there's a Spencier's nearby.
yeah, we'll do a 50-50 chance, 11 or higher. It means she rolled before I said.
Oh, okay. Continue. I'll roll again.
All right, that's fine. Oh, you didn't like the roll? 11 or higher, then the Spencier's, excuse me, that Spencier's doesn't exist in Left Key. It's a completely new business you're coming up with. Or you can, if it's less than that, then it means that already exists, and that might eat into your budget or how much you make.
I rolled a 6.
You rolled a 6?
Already exists.
Yeah.
On to
Damn
the
it.
next one.
But you could always franchise another location.
I
Now,
like the idea of a
I do
little
want to say
aromatherapy
I do want to
business.
say that Spencier's is not named that. It's named something else, but they sell roughly the same thing as what you're thinking.
Damn it.
Unfortunately.
enemy.
Yeah. Them and Hot Topic are in a feud at the moment. Like,
Yeah.
Cold
because they sell
title, you
similar
mean?
things.
Cold title.
Yeah, 100%. Didn't we end up calling it? No.
His name.
His name is Hot Topic.
Mr. Topic.
Mr.
Our big
Topic.
topic, which is a completely separate situation to a different place, which is
I'm so stressed.
It's all
What was it
coming
called?
together.
It's not.
It's not. It's all going apart.
Storm is invading my world. All right. Anyway,
Oh man. Well, I liked the idea of talking to Potions and Lotions
Yeah.
and doing that little business venture.
I also.
Where
Yes.
Potions and Lotions was back at Fern Trap Market, right?
yeah,
So-
just outside of Ferntrap Market, they have their own building out there.
Technically, we wouldn't be encroaching on her business. We just get a little bit more local action.
Yeah. Well, where are you? Like, because you could also always place this wherever you want. Do you like the idea of staying in Little Dultier?
I think
do you
it'll
want to branch
probably
out a
be
bit?
cheapest to stay in Little Dultier.
No, we need to go where the money's at. We need to go where the rich people live.
That's true.
Eladir? Got it.
Where the elves are.
Eladir,
my god.
So there's the 3 districts. We've got Ferntrap, we've got Eladir, and we've got, I've forgotten the other one, so I'm going to look it up.
I was gonna say if we keep it in Little Dultier, if Kespa says no, then it's okay, that's fine. We make a competitor and we just crush her.
Your girlfriend?
Yeah. No longer.
God.
Divorce.
You know what? That's some lesbian energy right there. You
Truly.
get them. What is it? Enemies to lover arc. We are in it.
Gledig. So Gledig is like the poorer district. It's where a lot of the working class people live. That's sort of where that is. Ferntrap is your middle class families, but it's mostly like a market city. That's where you're going to find most of your shops and stuff. That's where most people go for their shopping. And then you've got Eladir, which is like the ritzy district. It's a lot of like mansions and politicians.
money people.
And yeah, exactly.
We're gonna make a
and
Basin White.
Then there's one more,
Truly.
technically not a district, but people kind of consider it its own place. Right in smack dab in the middle is Midtown, which is where all like the big skyscrapers and the large buildings are. That's where all the businesses, like the offices and stuff like that are.
Would
Now, so choosing a place that you go to will affect how much money you make. Like if you go to the richer district,
but will
you
it
can
affect
upsell.
how much money we spend?
Yes. Yeah, it'll be cheaper to get a property in Gledig than Eladir.
Damn.
And then the like taxes and that sort of stuff are cheaper in Gledig again than they are of Eladir, and then you got the middle ground in Ferntrap. So that just means that your profits are going to be smaller if you
Yeah.
do it there. So Gledig would be let me make up a number real quick. Use a
Roll for number.
pulling out my knowledge of how gold pieces work. So I was saying 3,000. I had Gledig in mind for that. So you're
Gledig?
basically just going
The poorest part?
Yeah. I mean, they're not like poor, but
They're working class.
They're working class.
Damn.
So it's
Broke people
3,000.
got money to spend. They don't be paying their bills and be spending.
Yeah, they're buying
I say
potions
that
and
from
lotions.
experience.
So 3,000 will jump up 500 per. So it'd be 3,500 for Fern Trap, 4,000 for Eladir.
4,000 total for Eladir.
So all of our money.
But we can charge way more in Eladir and probably make a profit if we do that.
But then our taxes are more. So
yeah, but the business should, in theory, still pay for itself, right? It would still balance out.
Yeah, if it's at the 3,000 one.
Yeah, it's still gonna pay for itself. Eladir, you would want to do Eladir if you want to like live in a richer area for yourselves. It would also, yeah, you would end up making more profit. You got to put down more up front, and it's a little bit more profit in the end. So, do you want to keep some of your money to spend on other things, or do you want to drop it all now, get a good business in the rich part of town where you can upsell, or do something in between? Do 35.
Could we do a luck roll for market research?
Yeah, I need a guarantee of how much more money I'm gonna make
Sure.
between the two.
I feel like your
places.
brothers are gonna make fun of you if you go to Elfa Tears.
Probably. We
Elf
are
ears.
elf ears. We're
That's what they call it, definitely.
I rolled a
Eladir,
13
more like elf ears. I don't know what that means.
on a luck check.
on a luck check
For market research.
for market
Darren.
research.
Let me take a moment and look into this.
We're here to throw a wrench in your whole world, baby.
Yeah, I was like, all right, so they'll get a business and then I'll come up with the rules for this later. But I'll
Nope.
just do that now. That's
we
fine.
need to know how much money is coming back to me.
Yeah.
This
We
episode
are broke right now. Like, well, you guys are broke right now.
This episode
freaking
is
broken.
titled "The Double D's Learn." What is it called? My brain just lost it.
Came and went. Train of thought, choo choo.
You are
Economics.
yeah. A lesson in economics.
It's a lesson in economics.
D&D learn finances.
Um,
Nope. Double D's learn finances.
It's the society that we're in. It's not consumerism.
Capitalism.
Capitalism. There we go.
I got you, baby.
All right, so it's basically there's maintenance costs, which also include paying for like staff and stuff to watch it while you guys are gone. It's 60 gold pieces a week for Gledig. It's 80 gold pieces a week for Fern Trap, and then 100 gold pieces a week for Eladir. And then basically at the end of each week, we'll basically count this up anytime you guys go back to home. If you guys leave the city for a while or come back or whatever it is, we calculate how much you made. You'll get your profits, or it's always possible that you might lose profits depending on the roll. We basically roll a D100, and depending on that, we'll multiply or divide out of what the maintenance cost is. So you might have to pay a little bit.
This is too risky.
So the smaller the number, the less risk there is, because you won't have to pay as much. Like if you make 0 profit, then you pay 60 gold pieces for the week in Gledig, but it's 100 gold pieces for the week up in Eladir. And then the other way, it's like if you increase your profits, it's based on that number by multiplying into that. So
what if we roll 100? What would our profits be?
we do something ridiculous. I gotta make up those rules later, but that's the gist of it.
But like, give us a roundabout. Like, is it like in the thousands or is it like in the hundreds?
In a week?
In a week with 100.
You're in the hundreds.
Hundreds. Okay, so it's not like
If you rolled really good, you would get something like that. But most likely, you're not pulling in that much. Like at middle of the road, your business will make as much. Like if you roll a 50 or somewhere around there, your business will make as much as you spent. So you just zero out.
Damn,
What do you think? What are we thinking, girlies?
my brain's mush already.
Yeah, agreed. What are
All
you
these
thinking,
fucking
Well, you guys
girly?
asked all these
Finance
questions.
girly, what do you think?
I think it all just kind of depends. So, if we were doing this in the real world, you would have a significant amount of market research and market segmentation to find out
True.
what kind of what shops are near you? What kind of consumers do you have? What's their spending habits? What are they most in need for?
Luckily, this is D&D, and we don't have to worry about any of that. It's a die roll, and it's basically you just choose which district to decide how much you'd like to make back, and then you can decide what kind of business you want to do. You can talk to someone that already has a business if you want to franchise. That's basically what you're looking at.
Would we have to pay more? Like, so you have that like daily fee of like whatever, 2 gold a day.
Mm-hmm.
If we had a business, would that be on top of like?
No, that's just included in the maintenance costs, which will likely pay for itself.
Why don't we just do something in the middle? Just a middle ground.
Yeah.
So like
Middle-
a business in
Fern Trap.
Fern trap. And then that way we have an apartment, we have a business, and hopefully it pays for itself. Because to be honest, like even like 10 gold a week, like unless we are going out and doing something, we're gonna be broke.
Yeah.
We're gonna be broke real quick.
Very true.
Give us a business.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, what are you guys thinking for a business?
I think we should just do a lotions and potions.
Yeah, I agree. But then we have to have a conversation to see if she's willing to do that.
Yeah,
Let's
you
do
guys
it.
are-
Let's do a
that's-
Spencier's.
But we know there's a Spencier's
In
near.
There's a Spencier's like business. But you can start your own. You can do whatever you want.
I don't
That's
know
up
what
to you
else.
guys.
What else are we proficient in?
Or you can talk to Kespa. I mean, that's just as
Yeah, that's an easy combo.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, wink, wink, side eye at Banabin. You can lead that convo.
Banabin does not see the wink. Banabin's just like,
absolutely oblivious to the wink.
Yeah, she's got her screwdriver out and she's working on something off to the side. Cool. Well, yeah. So you guys head on over to Potions and Lotions. This is the next day after your big fight. You're like, all right, let's spend some money. You've had your meeting. Yeah, and you head over to Potions and Lotions in Fern Trap, just outside the big market. Yeah, Kespa is right in there. She's the blue dragonborn that owns the shop. She sees you guys comes in, immediately makes eye contact with Banavin. She's like, Banavin, it's good to see you again.
hi.
Hey, we're like really close to cracking the formula on the restorative ointment that you gave us. But it was so exciting to see you use that in battle.
Nice. So
Good use case.
Maeve had to drink it so she could tell you about it.
Yeah, I was not expecting you to drink it. How did it taste?
It wasn't great. It had the consistency of like a cheese packet, like sprayed cheese.
Yeah,
it was pretty gross.
That makes sense. I would not recommend drinking it.
Yeah,
in the
I
future.
kind of.
We did not.
It
flavor
wasn't
for
my
that.
plan. Yeah, it wasn't my plan.
Well, maybe we'll make like a drinkable version later on. But for now, yeah, maybe just
It wasn't
apply
intentional.
Apply it to the skin.
Definitely write that on the packaging.
Yes.
Do not consume.
Excellent. Yeah. What can I do for you guys? What do you need? Do you need some potions or?
So we had an idea.
Okay.
We wanted to, because of all the work that you've been doing and all the great work you've been working on this restorative potion. We were wondering if it would be possible to either buy the business so you can focus on what you love, and we could pay you just like a normal salary, things like that, or we could build another Potions and Lotions somewhere else so you have 2 places to put your stuff.
Gotcha. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have been considering selling the business. It ended up being a lot more work than I expected and took me away from what I enjoyed doing, which is just making the stuff. And, it wouldn't hurt to have this place owned by the Dangerous Daggers, the up and coming adventurers of the city. Yeah, let's chat. We can do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, buying
Bannerman
the
just
business
goes,
would definitely.
yeah,
be cool.
and then just goes to Maeve to be like, you handle it now.
Thumbs up.
I give Bannerman a reassuring thumbs up. Like, great job, kid. Great job. Yeah, I mean, being able to buy outright is totally doable. would you want to keep the business here in Ferntrap?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason to move it unless
No, I
you guys,
mean, that
I
sounds
guess you
great.
guys could do whatever you want once you purchase it, but
That's very true. Didn't even think about that. What are you thinking price-wise for your sale?
well, the building's already here. With everything as is, I'm thinking 2,500 gold roundabout.
I would like to look at the girlies as if we're like thinking about it, being like, that sounds a little insane. Do you think we could swing that? I think we might be able to. I don't.
Bannerman just goes,
All right,
wow.
I need
Bannerman does not understand.
Bannerman goes, wow, that's a
Wow,
great deal.
that's a great deal.
So, Maeve, if you would like to make a persuasion or deception check with disadvantage,
With
now that
disadvantage.
Bannerman has yelled that out.
One moment.
You see Kespa gives like a little giggle to you. You shouting
Oh
out.
boy!
She-
Honestly, this feels deception-y, so let's figure it out. 1 second. At disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Yep.
Easy mode.
Easy.
2 nat 20s, easy.
Again,
Natty
Bannerman's
fatties.
charisma is a 10.
I got a nat 1.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna raise the price.
Yeah, because it's like I see what you're doing, and I appreciate the hustle. I really do.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
think-
sorry. I'm trying to save a buck, dude. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Maeve gets
Again,
embarrassed.
I appreciate the hustle. I've have done my research on this, and that's roughly what the business is worth. And I kind of would like to stick with that if that's
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
I'm hoping to get
Yes, ma'am.
I'm hoping to get my own place. I'm looking at some apartments in Midtown that I'd like to get, and that would put me over the edge, which would be excellent.
Are you getting an apartment with just yourself, or is there someone else you're moving in with?
Just me and my cat.
Oh, you and your cat.
Yeah.
Side eyes at Bannerman.
Bannerman doesn't see it. Bannerman continues to be that I do not understand social cues.
Yeah.
And is not understanding why Kespa's like, yeah, I did a lot of research. Bannerman's just like, yeah, that's a really good price.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, let's freaking do it. Let's do it. And
Let's do
I
it.
hold out my hand for a handshake.
Excellent. Yeah, let's do it. She reaches out. She shakes your hand.
We shake.
And there you go. So she basically finishes up with you guys. Unless were you gonna say?
I was
something?
gonna say Bannerman just like opens the like stomach of Doge 2.0 and pulls out the bag of holding.
Perfect.
We start counting out gold pieces on Kespa's floor.
Perfect. Yeah, you do that. You finish up here. And so she says, as you guys start doing that, she's like, hang on. We got to have our lawyers involved. Don't worry about it. You guys go home. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll iron out all the details. And yeah, so she sends you guys off. We're now going to take that into going into our 2 weeks of downtime here. You guys come back, you iron out the details. Yeah, 2,500 gold for the business. You're doing it in Ferntrap. I'm going to work out the details later on of like the roles and stuff for making payments. So we'll worry about that later.
Do we get the address of Kespa's new location? I feel like that's something that we would ask for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Well,
We say, what's the apartment that you're looking at? We can't wait to come visit.
she's like, oh, I have a couple places. I'm going to choose one coming up, but yeah, I think I'm picking this one. And then she gives you guys the address.
Yay!
Yeah.
What a nice area.
Yeah.
It
But
looks really nice.
thank you. I've been keeping my eye on this one, and honestly, it's a huge. It's huge that you guys are doing this for me. So thank you. She also works out with you guys. This is up to you guys if you want to do this, but she wants to continue working at the shop if you guys would.
Of
have her.
course. We need somebody with your expertise.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I'm happy to, like, that's what I've always loved, is like just helping the people, and
Yes.
owning the business was took me away from that. So
I mean,
of course.
potions and lotions wouldn't be the same without you.
It's
Well,
true.
thank you very
The
much.
people, they love you. They know you.
Forever.
We'll keep it that way.
Great. So yeah, you guys work through that. She gets you all the information for running the business with other people. She already has some staff, so you guys just keep this staff on hand. She's moving out of the rooms upstairs, so you guys can take over it basically. It's the building's 3 stories total. First floor is the potions and lotions. Second floor has like a living room area that includes like the kitchen and that sort of stuff, as well as a bedroom there. And then there's 2 bedrooms on another floor just above it. So you guys can kind of choose your own rooms if you'd like to. You deck them out as much as you want over these next 2 weeks of downtime here. That's you guys moving stuff over.
I make my brothers move all my stuff.
I
don't lift a single finger throughout the entire moving process.
Oh yeah, all the younger brothers and Reggie
Yep.
are very into helping you out, so they help out with that. Cool. So you guys have this business. We still have 1,500 gold and 2 weeks of downtime. So yeah, you guys have kind of been filling in the apartment space. What do you guys? What else do you want to do? I'm kind of turning it over to you guys to finish out things you want to do. If you guys want to look through equipment lists. Also, the nice thing about buying potions and lotions is that now that you have a stake in the company, you can buy potions at cost. So the cost that costs the business to buy them, you can buy them at that price, which is equates to half price.
Nice.
So potions of healing are 25 each. If you do a more powerful potion of healing, potion of greater healing, that's 75 gold pieces. Basically, any potions that are uncommon rarity or less, potions and lotions is going to carry, in addition to all the standard lotions that you've come to know and love.
And I love a lotion.
We're gonna be so hydrated.
Yeah, exactly.
No ash, only glistening.
And those are cheap
Only
enough
cash.
that we don't have to worry about the cost on those. You guys can just load up on lotions, carry them around with you.
Yep.
Hand them out as samples and
Little
tell people
samples
to
and
go to potions and
Go
lotion.
to Potion Lotions, we'll hook you up.
There's more over there.
5% discount if you buy 6 items.
So that's a possibility of things to spend your money on. Also, are you guys planning on doing like one large purchase with the 1,500, or did you want to split it
I
up
think
500 apiece?
500
I
each.
think we split it up 500 each.
Cool. Sounds
You
good.
know, that makes sense to me.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna put it.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in my inventory right now,
Fantastic.
so I don't forget.
Well, I've also so I sent you guys that list I've sent you before of the downtime activities. I put that over in the Discord if you want to take a look. So you can basically choose what you want to do over the next 2 weeks. You could also do things like if there's anyone you wanted to talk to, follow up with, we can pull any scenes that you guys want to play out. Yeah, I'm kind of turning it over to you guys. What would you like to do with your time here?
I think Kira and Banabin need to have their day out. We need to get closer. We need to be besties. Because I feel like we had that episode of Maeve and Kira, and I think that we need to at least have a little gal time.
Yeah, your gal time back in that episode was sitting in silence at church.
Yeah, which I mean, hallelujah. But,
Hallelujah, amen.
Amen.
I feel like so something to think about if you want.
I'm fine with that. I was curious about what scribing a spell scroll is.
Yeah. I want to hang out. I want to scribe a spell.
Well, I'm curious because if we have downtime for 2 weeks, that's usually like 2 things.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we could hang out and then she could scribe a spell scroll.
And also hanging out is something that you do in between stuff anyway. That's you go out for the night after spending your day scribing a spell scroll or whatever. So let's see. So it depends on what kind of spell scroll you want to scribe, and it includes a cost. But essentially, if you take a spell that you know personally, so you look at your spell sheet, what spells you have prepared and ready to go, and you can spend a certain amount of time and a certain amount of gold putting that into a spell scroll that you can later use without spending a spell slot. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
So I have the list here. So if you want to do What's the highest level spells that you can cast? Right now?
Current state is only first level.
First level? Gotcha. Cool. So you can scribe first level spells. It only takes a day of work, and it costs 25 gold pieces. So you basically, if you have any spells that you cast a lot, you might want to grab a spell scroll or two of that sort of spell, because then you can cast it later on without using a spell slot.
Cast it for free.
Exactly. So feel free to do that. And that only takes a day. So you have plenty of time for other things.
Yes.
A day per spell. You can also do, the other nice thing about this is that other people can use it as well. So you could scribe a spell scroll and give it to another member of your party. You can do that with cantrips as well. It's the same thing where it's a day, but it only costs 15 gold for a spell scroll instead of 25. Cool. So you can take a look at that.
I already know what I want to do.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, go for it.
First week, I want to scribe 6 cure wounds
Damn.
I love it.
scrolls,
I love it. That's a great use of that.
and that is 2 for each of us, and that should cost, if my math is correct, 150 gold pieces.
Yes. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. Cool.
Damn, you're being so nice to us. I'm like, oh, I want a flask. So let me write that down, like just personal bullshit. And you're like, I want to heal the party. And I appreciate that about you.
So for
Because that ain't me, baby.
so for you two,
so
so
funny.
paladins, do you have cure wounds as a possible spell that you can cast?
Yeah.
That's on your spell list. So for you, you cast it like normal. You would use the spell scroll, do an action, and then you don't have to use a spell slot to cast cure wounds. Now, Kira, if you're going to cast it, because you don't already know the spell Cure Wounds, when you try to cast it, you'll need to make an Arcana check. So
How is your Arcana?
That's something to keep in mind in the future.
+0.
Okay, so I'm
Flat.
gonna have 4
Perfect.
spell scrolls. Actually, no, 3 and 3, and
That
we
works.
just know we have 2, at least 2 for Kira.
Perfect. Cool. So so you each have 3 spell scrolls of Cure Wounds. You can mark that down however you'd like.
And then the other thing that I would want to do is hang out with Kira, because Kira came and hung out with me when I was doing my religious service.
Perfect.
So
you're like, what do you want to do this
Yes.
time?
What do you want to do this time?
Oh, God. Let me think about it. Let me think.
All right, sounds good. So you've got the first part of the week. You guys are going to go out that weekend, and you've got another week, Kira. So you can decide. Not Kira, Kara, who is also Bannerman. You have an extra one more week that you can use for stuff. So if you want to choose another downtime activity, or if there's something else you want to do, you just let me know.
Can you remind me how training works?
Yeah, absolutely. Training was, let me pull it up here. So it allows you to receive training in a language or tool. Although I'm also going to say you can gain proficiency in a skill as well if you want to with this. And it takes a number of weeks, or it takes 10 weeks to do overall. So this is something you would do over time. You can knock off 2 weeks now. But it's reduced by number of weeks equal to your intelligence modifier. Do you know what your intelligence modifier is?
Damn.
Imagine me knowing things. +0.
+0?
Me
Perfect.
too, bitch.
Yeah.
So it would be 10 weeks of work, and you'd and it's 25 gold per week that you do. So for this, if you want to use your 2 weeks and spend 50 gold, you can knock off 2 weeks, and then next time you have downtime, you can knock it off some more, that sort of stuff. So if there's a skill, if there's a tool, or there's a language that you want to learn, then you can work on that during those work weeks.
Think that sucks. So we're not gonna do that.
Fair enough.
Let me look at the list and figure my stuff out.
No worries. We can take our time. We can even sit in silence for a minute if everyone wants to look, and we'll cut it out.
I hate
And edit.
downtime because I don't even know what I like to do in real life.
And now you have to choose what you like to do
I'm
in a D&D world.
stressed. What if we I walk into our apartment one day and I go, all right, bitches, we're gonna go do a crime. Let's go commit crimes.
Let's go be a crime.
Yeah.
You always go gambling again.
There's no way. That's what I was just about to say. Is there's no way that I could so-called like invest my money. I have to either gamble it all the way or keep it in my pockets in my backpack. I can't like put away half of it and let it gain some interest. I want my money to work for me.
We can do something like that. We can work something out like that.
Passive income.
Yeah, I would love passive income. I also kind of want to look at buying a magic item potentially.
Mm-hmm.
What do I got in my inventory? We got anything to sell? Have we gotten anything?
Dude, I don't even know. I have no idea.
I don't know either.
So
What is all
anxious.
this?
So I think we have the original tome of Two Piece.
I'd rather die than sell that.
We have the we still have the shoes of walking on the ceiling.
Yes, that's something I would like to do on my downtime. Is I would like to go to a clothing shop or a car dealership and get it spray painted.
The shoes.
I don't know who spray paints cars.
Why would they spray paint your shoes?
Because
Shoes are not a car.
they might do
you
it.
go to like a cobbler or something.
See, you act
Somebody
like
that-
I know what that word means.
Like a shoemaker.
They got spray paint.
No, but they could probably dye them with like fabric dye or something.
Let's go to a cobbler.
For the
peach
slippers
cobbler
of spider
factory.
timing?
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, sure.
I wanna change colors because while everyone was moving shit into the apartment, I was definitely not in the apartment because I stole from Dom and I have all of his little goodies.
Mm-hmm.
And
But Dom didn't help move.
Did he
All the
not?
other brothers did, but he didn't help.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I was
Dom,
there.
yeah, I'll point out you haven't seen Dom since the fight.
Yeah,
by the
because
way.
he's ugly, and who cares?
So just
I haven't been looking for him either.
I haven't been looking for him, but like stopping by the apartment and stuff. You haven't seen him in some time.
No one has said anything.
Yeah, is it like suspicious? Like, have my brothers mentioned it, or is it just
They haven't mentioned
I'm
it.
not
Well,
looking for him,
do you
he's
wanna-
not looking for me, kind of
If
thing?
if you bring it up in conversation, you can definitely do that. Or they are not.
Yeah,
they're not
maybe-
openly talking about it. It doesn't seem like a concern.
I was thinking about like hosting a little dinny party
Mhm.
for the family once we're all set up in our apartment, and it's just squeezing a bunch of wide ass dwarves into like a small apartment, like a normal sized apartment. There's 10
that.
new people inside.
Yeah, you get out the folding tables and chairs.
Yeah.
and-
So
yeah.
first things first is, does Dom come to my party if I host one? We'll find that out.
Mhm.
But that's at the end of week 2. That was my plan.
Not like
Was
the last
like-
day.
Yeah,
The big
literally like
hurrah.
the last day we have Sunday sauce at the house. Like very stereotypical Italian in a new apartment. All right, it's time for Sunday sauce and I'm hosting. And mom's going to come over and she's going to make it for me. And I'm not going to do anything. Ma will do it and we won't talk about it ever again.
I thought of something that Kira and Banabin could do.
What?
So Banabin doesn't know this, so this would have to be something totally Kira led. You know what you haven't taken? Call back to the very first episode. Those draft pieces of the fanfic that you found
Yes.
at your ex-boyfriend's apartment.
Ex almost fiance.
Ex almost fiance's apartment. So
We want to be a little Nancy Drew. We want to Nancy Drew it up.
I was gonna say, I was like, if you want to go back and get those, if Kira is curious as to who that person is,
Did I not take them, Darren?
What did you not take?
You know how in the first episode in my boyfriend's apartment there was that like sort of paper fan fiction made by like the notorious fan fiction writer whose name escapes me.
Yeah, you
Did
found
I take that?
you found a letter with like a transcript of like the next chapter in the fanfic that they were working on, and I had a note on it that said essentially, I forget the exact words, obviously, but yeah, that said here's the next chapter in the book. Hopefully it goes well for you. And it was signed SEEBO, SEEBO.
SEEBO.
Yeah.
Sounds like a website.
And if
SEEBO.
and that's up to you on if you decided to take it or if you left it in the apartment.
I would have taken it, being that it's a notorious little ghostwriter.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
probably would have taken it. So yeah, I'm down for some Nancy Drew time. See, that was more interesting. I was like, let's go to a carnival. let's go ride on a carousel. But I think that would be kind of fun. A little Nancy Drew it up. I'm gonna be on my investigation thing is not the best.
So let me ask you guys, how would you go about investigating that?
So, being that this is the printing press available? Are things printed?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There are typewriters. There's like large printing presses for specifically like the newspapers of the city.
Okay.
But like people have individual typewriters as well.
Got
and
it.
this transcript was written using a typewriter.
Okay. Amazing. I would like to go where the nerds are at.
Find the nerds.
I want to find the fedora wearing nerds.
You gotta go to like an anime shop.
Yeah,
like a manga shop.
I want to go where they wear fedoras and they sit around playing board games and D&D. And I have a feeling that someone. This is literally. I was side eyeing all of us. I want to go there, and I want to see if anyone has heard, because basically the nerds that I'm trying to find are the fan fiction readers, like the people who are like on the same wavelength as Kira, who would know, like, oh, this is so underground. This is made by this one person and this one the community.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to go and see if anyone has heard of this or like has heard any inklings about this, and maybe even ask some questions about my ex almost fiance XX_Dark Angels with a Z_XX, because he was apparently this fan fiction writer. So I want to see what he's doing now, being that it's been like a month, right?
Yeah.
Do a little investigation with Banabin.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually going to, before we jump into that, I'm going to send you a letter that you received during these 2 weeks, and I'm going to move the timeline so that happens before you do your Nancy Drew adventure. So
I love a letter.
So I'm sending
Suspicious.
you the letter over Discord so that you can read it to the gang.
Private letter?
Yeah. What is this? A cordofe and flowers?
So give me one moment.
This is Kara or Bannerman. This was a good idea because look at us. We're getting letters now.
Look at you guys getting letters.
Okay.
There you go. That. And I'm gonna just describe what the letter what the letter looks like. She started reading it. Great.
Reading it.
So
I can't wait to hear.
So
it.
you get this piece of paper. You see it, and one side of it is pretty torn. Like it feels like it was torn out of like a book or something.
So it's like one of those spiral notebooks where someone didn't take the edges off. Like it's all like
like out
bristled.
of a proper like printed novel. So it looks like a page torn out of this. You see part of it is written like properly out of a typewriter, and then over it you see handwritten like with a pen annotations on it. So if you want to tell the group what is actually written there.
Okay, it starts. Oh, Beatrice, crossed out, and Kira's written above it. My love, you are the light of my life. You make me laugh. You make me cry. But most of all, you make me feel alive. I love the way you look at me with those big brown eyes. And I'm going to put in parentheses, I have blue and green eyes.
Yeah. Literally everything except for brown.
All the other colors.
I love the way you smile. It lights up my whole world. has never once smiled in my life. Most of all, I love the way you make me feel. You make me feel like I can do anything, like I can conquer the world. You are my everything, and I will love you forever. And underneath it, so that was all typed out except for the Kira part. And then this is all handwritten. Please come back to us, Kira. We love you. We need you. You are our everything. Please. Okay.
Banabin's gonna go, is that boyfriend you said you were having? That where you were gonna get married to? The one that you asked about what was it? The fire-smelling candles?
The term would be boy's friend. There was 3 of them.
It would be boyfriends.
Boy's friend.
Well, it was 3 boys, but they were one friend.
Boy's friend. Oh man.
Banabin's just gonna go, is that whoever you said your shirt that you have? That pink one that you have, that's Malarix.
No, that's my man friend.
That's your man friend.
I don't mess with boys anymore. But then you go see Kira go stand by the window and pensively look out into the distance. Arm on the window. Cause this bitch love to be wanted, and look at wanted times 3.
Boy's friend.
But then I think okay. Oh, please love Glogs, Gleck, and Zach. That was the ending. I missed that part. I didn't scroll down all the way. So I feel like that starts churning some things in my head. I wanna roll to see what Malarix thinks. Side eye.
Yeah,
insight.
go to make an insight check for me.
Oh, not insight.
Can I do a perception check on Bannerman to see if she understands?
You want to make an insight check on yourself?
Yep.
No, I know Bannerman doesn't understand, but if she understands like what Kira is thinking.
Oh, sure. Make you could make an investigation check if you want to know the facts of what's happening, or you can make an insight check if you want to know her feelings on what's happening.
I'm going
and
to.
What did you roll while you're thinking of that?
A juicy 17. We are becoming closer.
Nice.
His mind is my mind.
Alex is like, who are these guys? What? Huh? Anyway, you can tell that he's like, he is starting to show signs that he's like getting a little jealous that there's some other boys out there, maybe.
Boys with a Z.
My boy
underscore.
Yeah.
Underscore XX.
What do we got on our check, Bannerman?
So you said insight would tell me kind of what her feelings were.
Yeah, exactly. Some basic information. Investigation might get to the bottom of what's happening here.
Okay, then I'm gonna do the investigation check, and I got a 17.
17?
Twinsies.
Gotcha. So, yeah, Kira, did you read this letter, or were you hiding this letter, or did she see the letter, Bannerman?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Why not?
Got it.
I picture it like Kira read this letter in like the middle of the living room. She's
Out
like, I
loud.
got mail. Everybody sit down. We're all sitting.
Yep.
She reads the letter.
So the names Clogs, Gleck, and Zach are like traditional like goblin names. Investigation check will get you that. The fact that it's 3 people is a little interesting, but it seems like Kira had some sort of love history with 3 goblins at one point in her life. So with a 17, you can definitely pick up that information, and what you want to do with that's up to you.
Bannerman's just gonna look at Maeve and be like, "Are we going to fight them or what?"
Honestly, I don't know anything about Kira or her history. Kira, who are these people?
I think
Who
they're
am I,
former
you know?
lovers.
Who am I? Who is anyone? You
Kira,
know,
please.
Vanavin does not understand that was directed to Kira, even though Maeve specifically said Kira.
Yep.
And Kira, Vanavin just goes, I think they were like former lover, boyfriends, whatever.
Boy's friend. Yeah, I kind of figured that part out. Kira, are these your current boyfriend, or
who knows?
I'm so
You know,
stressed.
Everything is getting so confusing.
Maeve buries her head in a pillow and just
Kira puts her forehead on the glass of
Yeah.
the window and is like dead in thought.
fully brooding. Can I do an insight check on Kira?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, seems like we have to because Kira's not giving
Yeah,
up.
Kira never gives anything. Let's figure it out. Insight, right?
Mhm.
That's a 16.
Cool. You're
What
getting.
can I figure out about Kira and her? Is she wanting us to ask more questions, or is she wanting to be left alone?
So, Kira, you can give that information up to them.
I
if you'd like.
love to be inquired about.
Yeah, but
I will make you work for
yeah,
it.
you're gonna stonewall until nobody wants to ask.
And then I'm
But
gonna and
once
then
people
I'm
lose
gonna
interest.
turn around and be like, well, hand on my forehead.
It was the year 1996.
just oversharing
It was a
like
hot
an
summer.
80-year-old.
So you realize the best way to get information out of her is to
Act like you don't
act
want
like
it.
you're disinterested at this point.
I elbow Banabin and I say, "Can you pry? Because I just don't care." And I like lounge out on the couch.
So Kira, you hear that and see her like kind of get disinterested.
What year is it? Not that I'm gonna steal your thing.
I'm gonna make one up right now. Oh no! I know what year
You
it is.
know what year it is.
I know what year it is, but I gotta look it up. Hang on. Everyone relax. Oh no, I didn't write it down. Okay. We're in the year 312, which the calendar started when the city of Lefkey was founded.
Got it.
Oh my god, you love me.
I do?
312 is my birthday.
Yes, we're gonna go ahead and say that was on purpose.
312 is just my magic
Yep.
number. It pops up a lot.
Yeah, there you go. I'm happy to
In my
facilitate that for you. Yeah, it's currently the year 312.
Okay, so Kira's gonna turn around and she's gonna have her back to the window and kind of like press her head up, like have her head towards the ceiling, like, It was a melancholy day in the summer of 312. Is that how you say it? If it's a year 312? In the year 312?
Yeah.
In the year 312.
I mean, you could say 312.
312.
312.
You could
sounds
say
better.
so many months ago.
It was a rainy day when I found my first love. And then I'm just gonna insert story here. But I'm also just gonna tell you. We met on the radio. So in Left Key or whatever this world is called, which I don't know.
You were right.
Okay. Wow, look at me. Fan fiction is read on the radio rather than like, like there's no TV yet. So it's on the radio, and then there's also like written occurrences of it, which is like the 2-piece that we found. But like how we as a community share fan fiction is over the radio. So
Yeah, people have their own individual like ham radios where they can send out their
Yeah.
own radio
Like
station.
individual podcasts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like a podcast. You
Understood.
tune in at the time that they specify. You turn to your channel. Carry on, Kira.
So you sit and,
And
you
I-
listen to your programs.
yeah, it was raining outside. It was drizzling. And then all of a sudden I heard his voice.
Okay, on this episode of The Dark Romance. Okay,
And I heard that voice. And the rest is history. 2 weeks later I was living with him.
That
His name is
Is-
Dark XX or capital X lowercase x underscore Dark Angels with a Z underscore a capital X lowercase x. My boyfriend.
okay.
The esteemed writer of the dark romance.
Um.
And then I found out he was 3 goblins in a trench coat.
Oh.
And then I go back to looking out the window.
That last bit's a little too casual. Huh?
Wait, so you just introduced him as your boyfriend. Does that mean he's still your boyfriend? Did you break up with him? Like,
She didn't even realize, or Kira didn't realize that she did that, and she starts sighing at the window. He was so mysterious. And he
Kira,
wants me.
Kira, he wrote, "Dear Beatrice." He doesn't even know who you are.
You know? But he crossed it out, so that took initiative, you know?
I mean,
That
you
took
did say
initiative.
that your eyes were the wrong color.
He
were
might have
t-
just forgotten. It's
you
been
were
so
with him
long.
for 2 weeks. You've
Yeah.
been away from him longer than you were with him. At
I
this
hate eye
point.
contact. He didn't even know what my eyes look like. How could he see
What-
it when he was under the trench coat that I never saw his face? So he obviously couldn't see my face.
Is Kira? When was the last time you wore your Malarix's little horror shirt?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Perfect. So who the fuck is Malarix?
Malarix is my boyfriend. Now,
Okay.
currently, maybe.
And,
Looks out the window.
And Clog, Zach, and whoever the hell, those are also your boyfriend.
Silence.
Boy's friend. Friends who are men. Are you friends even?
What's the definition of a friend? But we have this undeniable connection.
Would
This
you
they
invite
still
them
want me.
to the house? Would you invite them to the house when other people are around? That's kind of my definition of a friend. Is can they come over if other people are over?
Kira is really thinking about that question because she has never had friends before.
Yeah.
And she doesn't understand, like, would I? Would I not?
But also that's
What-
totally
what does
Maeve's
it mean to-
definition of a friend. Is like, can they come over to the house? Because her family's a crime family. So it's like, if I trust somebody enough to come into my home, they're my friend. You know what I mean?
I mean, did you see them, him, whatever, at the fight?
Hello.
Stares at Darren.
Do you want to make a retroactive perception check for me?
Sure. Do it. I see
And
any
I am-
uncomfortably tall people in a trench coat.
Yeah, go for it.
What was that?
Perception.
Insight? Perception? A 15.
You caught a glimpse. You don't know if it was them or not, but you did see a familiar looking trench coat with a misshapen body underneath it. And then after the fight, a couple days later, you received this letter.
Does it have a return address on it?
Yeah, it's got a return address on the envelope, and the return address is the apartment that you stayed at,
Oh. Dun, dun, dun.
which was their apartment. So
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. You moved in with them. They just didn't move out when you left. Like, that makes sense. to
Kira's
me.
so surprised.
Yeah,
She's
it's
like,
they still live there.
wait,
Duh.
they have a life without me.
they're still a person after I left? Are there still people?
Yeah.
We're still a people.
So I think Kira's really in her like mind palace about this because Malarix has not been given any sort of loving. And Kira loves to be loved, and she's delusional. She's delulu.
Absolutely Delulu.
So I think she's gonna start looking over like everything that she has that relates to Dark Angels, like any like sort of like previous fan fiction that's written. She's gonna look over that, like the letter that she found in the apartment, and I think
sure.
that's gonna like really start like
Yeah.
like at least getting the notion that, hey, Dark Angels wasn't who he said he was, whatever. Like am I under the impression that this SIBO person wrote the fan fiction that I fell in love with Dark Angels? That's how I'm taking it.
Gotcha. I love where your head's at. Let's grab it. I'm gonna need an investigation check, I'm afraid. And you can grab help from anyone else unless you want to do this by yourself.
I would help.
I would also help.
Great. The Trinity of Three comes in.
But you
Roll
have to
with
ask
advantage.
for the help first.
Too late.
Damn it.
I
She
think
stole
it was
it.
an 18 and a 19. Yeah, that was a 19. Or is that a 16?
Great.
No, that's a 61. Okay.
18 or 19.
19 plus 1 is dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Fantastic.
Healthy.
Cool. So, investigation check. So you still have the
Was that investigation or perception?
Investigation.
Okay, that's a 19.
19? Fantastic. So you still have the transcript with the note from SIBO on it.
Mm-hmm.
So presumably this transcript was written by SIBO. You compare that typewriter font and writing and the ink of it with a dirty 20, you can do that. And you compare it with the letter correspondence you've had with Dark Angels before you moved to the big city, when you guys were just corresponding by letter early on in your
The 2 days that we corresponded.
the 2 days before you said, I'm moving to the city to meet you.
Bye, Mom and Dad. I'm moving to the city.
So you take a look at those letters and you see that the ink type and the specific typewriter font are the same between that transcript and the letters that were sent to you from Dark Angels.
Dun, dun,
What does
dun.
that mean?
Presumably, that means that
SIBO is
wrote
Dark Angels' ghostwriter.
SIBO wrote
Yeah, but-
even the love letters that were sent to you.
Even the
earlier.
love letters?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Yeah. So the
See, I was like, not even there. Okay, continue.
there you go.
Damn.
I'm like, imagine getting your love letters ghost written. Hey, ChatGPT, can you write a love letter to a girl? And that's where you got Hey Beatrice from.
And the other thing that kind of tips you off is that the handwritten portion of the poem that you got, that seems like it was ripped straight from a book. Like they just found a book of poems, ripped it out, and then wrote a handwritten note on it and then sent it to you. So this most recent letter, the handwriting on it and the way that they write is not very eloquent, but the love letters you received were very eloquent. So again, it's pointing to they don't seem to do much of their own writing.
Damn. So
And when they do, it's not ideal.
Is there a poem on the back end of this page?
The one that, like on the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's just something about like how beautiful fall is and the changing of the leaf colors. Like just a completely different poem.
Vitamin's just going to be looking at it and be like, they didn't really do a good job. Because they also talk about how much they love fall.
I mean, isn't fall the best season? We have Halloween. We have All
winter-
Hallows Eve.
Winter is the best season.
And
Maeve
everything
said shyly.
and everything dies in the fall.
Doesn't that make winter better? Because everything's already dead. And then she
Kira-
goes in her room.
Kira looks at you for the first time with like admiration. Like, I never thought of it that way.
Maeve's pouring a cup of coffee and just talking about death first thing in the morning.
So now that I have y'all into the mix, what do we think about confronting this asshole? Confronting him. And by asshole, I mean maybe the love of my life. We'll have to see. We'll see what they have to say.
Are we talking about, who are we talking about? You got a lot of boyfriends, Kira. You got a lot of boyfriends.
Kira, you just hear in the back of your head, you're telling me.
Are we confronting Malarix?
No, we're gonna confront the boys. The boys.
The boys.
XX underscore the underscore boys with a Z underscore XX.
I hate it here.
We gotta confront them. Cause now looking at this, I feel like everything's been a lie. Like I knew that they kind of lied to me about some stuff, but like once they lie about fan fiction, you can't come back from that. Like fan fiction's holy. Fan fiction is life. If you're not writing your own fan fiction, what are you even doing?
But also, what kind of... never mind.
Banabin's just like very confused in the corner. Just like,
Bannerman's like, what's fan fiction?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have anything else going on, right? We might as well. Where are you going to find this?
I mean, Maeve, you said you
These
wanted to
guys.
do a crime, so I guess
I do love a A good crime.
I guess assault counts.
I shoot back my piping hot coffee.
Kira
ready to
starts
go.
sharpening her great axe.
Oh, that sound. Just awful. Awful. This is anti-autistic propaganda that you're putting in my podcast.
Perfect. So you finish up your slumber party. And
It's first thing in the
you're
morning.
heading out first thing in the morning.
I get dressed in the hottest outfit. The hottest outfit that I can possibly muster up. I'm
Perfect.
talking like booty skirt, like the butt cheeks are hanging out underneath the skirt sort of thing.
Yep.
Like the fishnets are fishnetting.
Mm-hmm.
The crop top is like under boob is kind of showing like how it is nowadays with the models. It is all out.
You're basically booty ass naked in the streets.
Yep.
Perfect.
Good for
That's
you.
good.
And then my shirt says
strutting along.
Malarix's little whore question mark.
You just
You
drew
Sharpied one on?
Yeah, Sharpie. Alex is like, what the fuck, man? Come on. I thought we had something. It doesn't matter. Do your thing. I'll help you out if you need to fight. So, all right. So you guys head on over to Midtown. You get to the high-rise apartments that they've been in. You guys are up on the fourth floor. I think I've said before. I'm making stuff up, even if I've said it before. Let's go. Walk up to the door. Which
I
one?
kick it in.
Perfect. You kick down the door. You see three goblins. You guys see them for the first time. They're all sitting around a circular table. They're all having breakfast. You see they were just chatting with each other. The door breaks down. They're like, holy fuck. Kira, you're back. They start coming up towards you.
I have all the papers in my hand of everything, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I spray the papers across everywhere.
You see Clogs is the first one to speak up. He's like, wait, Kira, you have to understand. Oh, shit, this is bad. Zach, open the escape window. Zach runs over to the window. To
I
open
go
this
after
again.
Zach, and I kick him in the face.
Oh, my God. All right, yeah, you run over.
Non-lethal.
Make an attack roll for me.
Non-lethal attack roll.
Are we rolling for initiative?
I'm standing in the hallway. I'm not even going in this grimy little apartment.
At the moment, they
think I'm-
haven't started fighting back, so we're out of initiative until unless you guys want to join in for a full thing.
Okay, so wait, is Ninja Strike my unarmed?
Your cat strike, the ninja strike, is more of a lethal attack. If you want to do like more of a bludgeoning,
I just want to kick him
head.
down and like put him underneath my feet like
Perfect.
a Dominique tricks.
Love it. So strength modifier plus proficiency bonus. So +2 plus your strength modifier. I'll just tell you. It's
so plus
+6.
6.
Yep.
12 to hit.
12 to hit. That just misses. So he ducks under your leg and is like, wait. Okay, I'm backing away from the window. And he just starts backing up.
I start growling and I'm poofed up like a cat.
Gleck comes over and he's like, okay, look, it's fine. We've just been working with someone to help with our writing. We're, still learning. So we hired someone to help us out.
Is anything you ever told me, any part of it, a truth? Or have you just been lying to me from the start? And then like my eyes start to glow like very vibrantly, and like I'm an inch, like any sort of antagonistic behavior, and I'm gonna go into a rage.
Got it. Sounds good. So they
But
all,
my titties are tittying.
Of course. You're hot as ever. So they all go.
I hate it here.
They all like go on their knees and they're like, "Please understand, we love you. That's the one thing that's true. Sure, we'd had someone else write all the things that we've ever written, but we love you, and that was the best way that we could get you to love us back."
Who wrote it? I say from the hallway because that's what we're here for. I like poke my head through the door and I'm like, okay, who?
I mean, his name's Sibo, I think. We only communicate via like letters back and forth. Like we don't
Where
talk
did
to
you
him
meet
directly.
him?
We met him on just like over the radio. We just
What
got connected
channel?
one day. 47.
AM or FM?
say, listen, we heard of him from a friend of a friend.
47. Stupid.
We heard of a friend of a friend. He does ghostwriting for like a bunch of writers around the city.
A bunch?
Yeah,
Vanderbilt slightly says under her breath, but loud enough because she just wants to cause a little bit of chaos because she is chaotic in nature. That doesn't sound really creative if you're using someone that everyone's using.
I mean, we edit it, like we'll take out a word or two now and then, but so that's it. It's he starts hyperventilating.
Oh.
Like, please, just it's okay. You can leave us. That's okay. We just don't hurt us.
Can you do us a favor? And I finally step into the apartment. Can you organize a meeting with this person?
I mean, no one really meets him in person.
Yeah, that's not what I asked, though. Is it?
I mean,
I stare straight into their eyes, like so unfeeling. Just, is that what I said?
Doge comes 2.0 comes hovering.
Vacuum sound.
He's Roombaing because that apartment's disgusting.
Filthy.
I could try. I guess I could try. We can contact him over our radio.
Great.
Do
Let us
cameras
know
exist?
when the meeting is.
Do cameras exist?
Yeah.
Really basic, like still on like plates sort of thing.
Do you think if I sent him a selfie of how hot I'm looking, he would want to meet up?
I thought you were wondering, is anyone going to have incriminating evidence of us doing this?
Of course
Just the most unhinged player of all time.
Around this point, you do hear like a knock on the wall from the neighboring apartment that's just like, shut up in there. We're trying to sleep. I got to work the night shift.
It's dead silence in the
We
apartment.
immediately all shut up.
Because I respect the working class. No, I don't. Kira started. So I think Kira is coming to the conclusion that everything that she had for Dark Angels was basically orchestrated by SIBO. So in a delusional sense, Kira's in love with SIBO. Like everything that Kira loved about Dark Angels was SIBO. So obviously SIBO is her true love.
Yep.
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 Yeah, that's
sense to
girl
me.
math.
That's
That makes
great.
sense.
That's girl math.
Great.
You're making sense to
The
me.
love poem, the fan fiction,
Yeah.
everything was SIBO.
You're not making dollars, but you're making sense.
Can Vanovan have over to the wall that the banging came from, have Doge come over there because we retrofitted him with those big speakers.
Oh, no.
And just like blast white noise.
White noise, so it's nice and
Comforting.
And she just goes, here you go.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So
Just ocean sounds.
yeah. So Cleggs speaks, or Clogs, he speaks up and he's like, I mean, we can try and set up a meeting for you if that'll make you feel better. Whatever you need, we'll just call him over the radio and try to set something up.
yeah, I brandish my great axe and I get closer to them menacingly, and I'm like, do it right now.
Okay. And he goes over to the radio. All three of them come up. There's like a few different dials that they have to reach, and all of them go to like different dials and work it together. They're truly one unit. They set it up. They go to channel 47 AM, of course. And you hear them call over the radio. This is XX Dark Angels XX looking for SIBO. Come in, SIBO. And there's just static for a moment. And then you hear over the radio come back, what do you need, Dark Angels? And then you hear...
Kara faints.
She falls to her knees.
and then you hear
this.
Clogs go, hey, listen, the pages you're sending us aren't working out, I think, so we need to have a little meeting to talk about it. And I'm going to have him make a persuasion check off of that, or deception. what would be better for
He
them?
is
Let me look up
lying.
their stats. 1 second. 1 second.
He better be good at deceiving.
Let's look up
This
Goblin
whole man's
stats.
all of these men have just been deceiving from day one.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
right.
you weren't doing any checks. You were.
Yeah, my insight
deep in
is
the sauce.
-1.
Yeah, I mean, all their charisma they got from SIBO. So
Yeah.
all right, so Goblin's charisma is -1.
We love it.
Nice.
I'm going to have them make it at advantage because they're getting intimidated by Kira. So we're going to count that as the help action. So they're going to go at advantage. They got to beat a 15 to
15.
to convince this.
So a 16, basically.
16 or higher. Yep. All right, here we go. I rolled a 16.
Yippee!
All right, so calls over the radio. SIBO says, "All right, we're gonna meet."
Are they gonna go get BOGO margaritas?
Yeah, I whispered. Cook Leck or whatever his name is. I'm like, Mamacita Tacos on 58th Street.
So, so yeah, he calls over the radio. He says, "Meet me at my usual spot, Mamacita's Tacos. I'll see you there, Dark Angels." And then you hear the static clicks off, and Clogs looks at you and says, "I guess we're going to Mamacita's Taco, or
You're
are."
not.
Oh, okay. I
We
mean,
are.
I'll do whatever you want. Do you want me to stay here? I'll stay here.
Okay, Kira like raises him up because Kira's 6'1".
Mhm.
These goblins are like 3 foot, right?
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
Yeah. So she like picks him up by the scruff of his neck, kisses him on the lips, and throws him across the room and says, "Don't fall in love with me. Don't follow me back. It's over." And then I go and I do that to every single one of them.
Same line and everything.
Yeah.
Yep. I
It just
love it.
throws
Maeve walks down the hallway and just
Yep.
starts to leave. She's like, "This is shenanigans."
You just hear, as you're like leaving the room, you hear them all like, "Kira, please come back."
I have Doge like hoover up all the papers
Mhm.
that I threw up everywhere. He organizes them in like
In a
order
little
and
stack.
everything. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I walk out, not even looking back.
Wow.
Kira, cold, but also like, I kissed him. But no one can see that.
I would like to roll to see that. I got a nat 1. I didn't see it.
Vanderman, did you see it?
um,
Did you want to see it? You don't have to see it.
I'm gonna see if I see it because I probably was waiting for Doge. And if Doge followed you out, then I'm like right by the door.
Mm-hmm.
So what would this be?
What are you're trying to see if she was giggling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perception or insight, whichever you would prefer.
Let's do perception. So it's 17. 21.
21. Excellent. Yeah, you definitely noticed that. She's a little happy with her performance.
I'm
in there.
sauntering.
Yeah.
Hips are shaking like Shakira.
She's feeling better, is what we're hearing here.
So Bannerman just goes, "So I guess now it's just Malarix?"
No answer. No answer. And like,
Babs, we're too old for this. And we just go out back to the apartment or to Taco Mom. When were we meeting? We don't even know. We're gonna go straight there.
I did forget to say it during the conversation there.
It's too
but
late.
They
We
said,
gotta go
they
straight
said,
there.
I'm gonna say he said tonight. So
We're going
straight there.
to
We're
sit.
pre-gaming. We're pre-gaming.
perfect. Cool.
Maeve brings a book.
So you guys head over to Mamacita's Tacos, grab some 2-for-1 margaritas, and yeah, you're just gonna wait there for him.
Yep.
Keep an eye out. Cool.
Keeping an eye out for anyone who looks dark and charming.
Sounds good. Let's do this. I need a perception check to try and figure out who he is and what he looks like.
Are we all doing it? Because we all heard his voice.
Anyone who would like to try and figure out who this mystery fellow is.
13.
Because you don't have a description. Presumably he was expecting he's going to go into the place and try to find Dark Angels.
So he doesn't know what dark angels looks like.
Yeah.
I just have to have this voice.
Your Roz voice.
Yeah. You would know that he's looking for someone there alone who matches the vocal descriptions of dark angels.
Okay, I'm gonna sit alone.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna
say,
buy-
We'll sit at like, you know how Mexican restaurants are usually set up with the booths on either side and then the aisle in the middle. We're sitting on literally the opposite booth
Yeah,
from
perfect.
Kira. Like so close still.
And I'm gonna buy everyone drinks because this is I'm having a great day.
You're participating in tomfoolery.
Uh,
Well, I got a 14 on my perception check.
I got a 6.
Great.
13.
13. Sounds good. What did you get again?
14.
14. Cool. All right. Great. So, you guys are sitting around. You're waiting. It's now getting into the evening where it's getting popping in there. Everyone's loving those 2-for-1 margaritas. So it's getting pretty busy. You guys, specifically, Maeve and Banabin, you guys are kind of keeping an eye out from afar. Kira, you're sitting there. No one sees the dark figure enter the restaurant. All you feel, Kira, is a tap on your shoulder and a whisper in your ear that goes, "Hey, are you dark angels?"
Yes, I am.
Yeah, that's the voice I know. And he comes around to sit in the booth, and you see this fellow. He's wearing a black T-shirt with like a rip, a few rips on like the collar. The black T-shirt has has like a band logo across
It's
it.
Bring Me the Hose, isn't it?
No, it's a band that you don't recognize. It's a very underground band. It's that underground. You just recognize it as a band T-shirt. His jeans, also black, have so many rips in them. You have no idea how they're still on there.
They're still on him. He's just got his
Yeah.
thighs.
Studded belt. He's got knee-high boots with like the thickest soles you've ever seen in your life.
Platforms.
Yep, exactly. Combat boots. And he sits down in front of you. His hair, straight, long black hair, where half of it covers half of his face and swoops across.
He's so emo.
And-
he is the emo prime.
At the most important detail,
No, Darren.
he's wearing guy liner.
Do we know if he's like a halfling
Yeah,
or
what is he?
He is. I forgot this detail. This is great. So picture all of that.
No, don't do it to me, Darren.
Half the height. He's a gnome.
Oh,
Okay.
I love it.
I thought you were going to say an elf, and I
Yep.
was like, oh, Lord.
Nah, Sibo is a gnome name if I've ever heard one.
my God.
So that he climbs up onto the booth chair
he's
And
literally Banabin's height.
and he sits down in front of you and
itty-bitty.
he says, "Hey girl, what can I help you with? You don't like my riding?"
Give me a second. This is too much.
I hate this.
Okay.
at any point does Banabin or Maeve like look over to see?
Oh, Maeve is staring. Like she's not even pretending
you
not
guys,
to look.
You guys didn't see him approach, but now that he's sitting down in the booth,
Yeah,
you see
she's sitting in the booth sideways so that her legs are up on it and she's facing them. Like, not inconspicuous at all. She's just
Sipping
not
on
care.
your drink.
Yeah, literally drinking. I close my book. Bookmark is in, and I am watching TV now.
Do we like go over there?
Nah, we'll let her handle it. This is my older sister brain scheming the downfall of my friend.
All right, Kara, your move.
Okay, let me put my glasses back on.
Oh my goodness.
I had to take them off. This
Wait,
was too much.
We didn't make like a if something goes wrong, she can say something to let us know, did we?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm not gonna figure it out. I'm gonna actively not figure it out.
Okay, hold on. Time out. What are we trying to figure out?
Nothing.
I'm just falling in love,
Yeah.
right? Okay, cool. Everything has gotten convoluted and I'm like,
Well, we found SIBO.
I found SIBO. And so now I'm in love with SIBO.
Sure. If that's
Okay.
what you want.
And then we're trying to figure out who else he's ghostwriting for. So I'm taking down the pyramid scheme, but also I'm in love with the top of the pyramid.
What does Mallory say?
Yeah. Yeah. Can I get an insight check on Malarix? when
Insight
he
check
sees
on
the
Malarix.
gnome? Because Malarix is a short king. And this is another short king in the house.
The back of your head just starts getting hot. Like it's like inside your head, it's just starting to burn up. You, as if like there's a flame in your skull.
Interesting. Okay. I'm going to be like, okay. Okay. So what did he say? He said, "Hey, Mamacita, you looking so sexy." What?
The Delulu is out. It's here.
He said, "What can I do you for?" And
I heard you didn't like my writing.
I heard you didn't like my writing. So you don't like my writing? What's wrong? What's wrong?
Actually,
I was hoping you would remember to do the accent the whole time. Oh, boy.
actually,
No, please. Okay. I'm going to start laughing every time I do it now.
actually, quite the opposite.
And I lean close to him and I'm like,
I fucking love your writing. I'm not Dark Angels.
I'm Kira. And I'm gonna kind of like, so he's in the booth in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of put my leg up and like put it towards the exit of the booth so he can't scooch. Scooch.
Are you doing that
Trapping
one
him.
thing in like the big thing that's in Japan where it's like the guy like slams?
Yeah. Leg up.
But with the leg, yeah.
Yes.
100%.
100% yes. Quite the opposite. Oh,
Quite the opposite. I love your writing.
but also I'm Kira. And Kira, like, I'm trying to sound sexy with my it's Kira voice, but it comes out like I'm a superhero.
I'm actually Kira.
I've been Superman the whole time.
And then I'm gonna say Dark Angels, actually XX _ Dark Angels with a Z _ XX is actually my previous lover. But I found out through investigation and my mind, only my mind, and I look over at Bannerman
Maeve is
and Maeve
cracking up. Like,
That-
Maeve has tears running down her eyes, laughing so hard. She's never laughed this hard in her life.
Bannerman looks super serious because she's like, I don't know if she's asking for help or what.
She's like, the leg, Bannerman's like, the leg went up. I don't know what that means. Is this a sign? And I'm going to say, I found out through investigation in my big brain that you are the ghostwriter for XX _ Dark Angels XX. Is this true?
So Sivo, you just see
And I throw the papers.
perfect. You throw the papers.
Dramatically, like in no direction. Napkins falling from the sky.
So Sivo looks at you and he says, "So let me get this straight. You pulled me all the way out here to my favorite 2-for-1 margarita spot, and you're telling me that I came here for nothing? I came here because you figured out some sort of secret that my criminal enterprise is somehow found out, and you want what with that?"
I'm here to stop you. And then I lean forward and I grab his collar and I kiss him.
That's good.
You're assaulting people.
What's your armor class?
15.
15? Great. All right, that beats it. And then I need...
Oh my god, is he fighting me? Is this enemies
You
to
are
lover right now?
assaulting him in public.
But I'm wearing my titty crop top. That should give me at least a 17 armor class.
All right, so you take 16 points of lightning damage
Okay.
as he reaches up, just grabs your hand and casts Shocking Grasp on you.
Okay.
You see lightning comes across, you
He's
get shocked
tasing
back,
you.
you fall back.
You got tased.
Good.
And he wipes his mouth and he says, "I'm going to overlook that, but clearly you don't want to have a conversation. And he stands up on the booth and puts his hands out Christ-like, and two like huge men stand up from a table, walk over, grab him by either arms, and pull him up into the air and walk out of the restaurant. Unless you want to stop them from doing that.
Is Bannerman able? How far away is Bannerman from this?
You're like a few tables over would be like the measurement.
Okay, so is that like 10 feet?
That's
I would say 10 feet.
That's gonna be like 15-ish, 15 to 20. You're trying to get in close to like poison spray or something? Because that would be 10 feet. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go ahead and apologize.
It's fine. This is juicy.
As soon as it registers to Bannerman that Kira got
Tased.
lightning, like basically tased. She didn't see that it was actually a tase. To her, she just sees like lightning strike. And this guy just is like getting up and leaving. She casts Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Oh my gosh, tell me all about that, please.
So it is a stream of acid emanates from you in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide in a direction you choose. Each creature in the line must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be covered in acid for the spell's duration, or until a creature uses its action to scrape or wash the acid off itself or another creature. A creature covered in the acid takes 2d4 acid damage at the start of each of its turns.
All right, I love where your head's at. Let me just make sure that you have a picture of the room in your head. This is a crowded restaurant currently. You want to go ahead and cast that in a crowded restaurant? Just need to let you know the consequences. Make sure you know in your head what you're doing.
Dun dun dun. Let's.
You could
As
do
much
you
as
could
my
do something
pride is
more
hurt.
targeted if you want to just hit something.
So you're saying if I target it directly at SIBO, I will hit patrons?
It's a line that you said, right?
Yeah.
So it's everyone that's in between you and them, and everyone just past that. How long was the line again?
30 feet.
30 feet. So it's going to go past them as well. I'd say you're going to hit at least 3 civilians.
Okay. Then
You might want to do something more targeted.
yeah, I'm gonna definitely do something more targeted.
So the point that you decide to do something is these two like large men have picked up Sibo by the arms. He's doing the Christ pose with his arms out, and they have turned around and started carrying him out. So it's a line of 3 people.
Okay, can I do a rabbit jump to suddenly jump 10 feet forward closer to them, which will break the distance down.
Yeah, you'll be like right next to them, roughly.
Yeah. And then cast poison spray.
Sure. Who are you targeting with that? Because you make one target.
I'm targeting Sibo because I don't know who these other guys are, but Sibo's the one who hurt Kira.
Fantastic. And then he has to make a, what is that?
Constitution saving throw.
All right.
You got a down ass friend over there.
He did roll an 18, so I believe that saves.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
So you cast this. The guard closest to you, he's going to turn to punch you in the face. I think we got to roll initiative at this point. You've now started something here in this crowded Mamacita's bar.
We love
Let's
it.
fucking go. All right, everyone roll initiative for me.
We're gonna get banned from Mamacitas. And it's all your fault, Bannerman.
And then,
Perfect.
love it.
I got an 11.
11? Great.
I got a 21. I'm ready to fight for my love.
I got a 15.
15? Fantastic.
This man hates you. He's never hated anyone more in his life.
All right, let's fucking go. So, believe it or not, the guards have beat you.
What?
The 2 guards in initiative. They got a
Damn.
22. You got a 21. So they just beat you.
I should have took
However,
the other initiative.
Kira,
other
you're
feat.
still sitting at the table. You haven't made any motions yet, except for kiss their king. So
And
now,
get tased.
yep. So they're going to attack Banabin, of course, because she's right there. So good luck, Banabin. To cast poison spray, you need to be 10 feet away. So they're going to drop. They're going to drop Stebo.
Is he gonna take falling damage?
He's not that high, but I like where he does like hit the ground and kind of whoa. Warn me next time, fellas. And then they're gonna come after you. So
His jeans rip even more.
yeah.
Him having guards is so pretentious. I hate him.
All right, so they both come over to you. You see as they get closer, they're like they look like hired muscle. Like they both just kind of have like ragtag leather armor. They're covered in like scars and bruises from like getting into fights and stuff. And they look mean in the eyes. They're ready to take you down. So they come right at you. Also, as this is happening, everyone in the chaos starts coming with everyone in the restaurant starts screaming and freaking out and heading for the doors. A fight's going. A few people are like, fight, 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 before they start seeing that these guys take out swords and daggers intending to kill. So
Damn.
we've got
in the Taco Mamacita?
we've got a 19 to hit on the first strike.
That hits.
Second one is a 9 to hit.
Misses.
And then with the offhand dagger attack, we've got a 22 to hit.
Hits.
And then we've got from the other guy, we've got an 11 to hit.
Misses.
We've got a 19 to hit.
Hits.
And with his offhand dagger, 17.
Hits.
All right, sounds good. So let me do some damage real
You
quick.
wouldn't happen to have the shield spell by any chance, would you?
Let me see. Hold on, I'm on the wrong. This is, of course, the one time that D&D Beyond freezes. Okay, there we go. I do have the shield spell. It is a reaction. So,
Would you like to use it for these attacks?
yes.
What would that make your AC?
You would have +5 bonus to AC, so that'd be 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
21.
21.
I got a 22 for one of them. But
Yeah,
all the
and
other ones
everything else would miss.
Fantastic. All right, so
Oh, thank God.
they
See,
come
this
over
is
to
my
you.
ride or die moment when I remember everybody's character sheet.
So you spend a spell slot for that. They come over. One strike hits you, and it takes you off guard because you're like, "Oh shit, this is now a fight to the death." But immediately off of that, you flip of the dime, reaction, throw up this arcane shield, and all the other strikes hit this bubble that you've now put around yourself. Yeah, great. So you only take 6 slashing damage
Okay.
from one of the swords, and then that's their turn. So they're now surrounding Banabin, striking down, trying to take out this threat. We're going over to Kira. You see this in
Okay.
front of you.
Okay. So I want to use this thing called feline agility.
Got it.
When you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of the turn. What I want to do is get to the door before they get to the door. Like
Got
put
it.
myself in between them and the door.
Okay.
At this point, has like all the patrons who want to leave, have they left already?
Not yet. They
Not
go last in the initiative order. So
Okay.
right now everyone's like getting up from their booths and stuff, but they're still like fully spread out across the.
Is there
Restaurant.
a way that I can get between him and the door, or like the point of exit, without blocking the door?
Yeah, absolutely. You can just be like a little in front of it. You might get like knocked a couple of times by people sprinting past you for the door, but you can let them out and then just be ready for when they come at you. You can block their path.
Okay.
So if you want to like use your action to kind of prepare to block them if they try to leave, you can do that. Unless you want to use your
yes.
action for something else.
No, I don't want to attack him.
Okay.
I
great.
mean, it depends. It depends on what I'm about to say. That's going to basically show me whether or not I need to fight to the death. Because like, if there's a way to diffuse the situation, I'd like to do that first before I start. Kicking some ass. Because I'm gonna wild magic surge, and then that might hurt some, of the patrons.
I see what you're trying to do. Okay.
So I'm trying not to
do anything
do
that's
that
gonna have
right
a
now.
crazy area of effect. Cool. All right. Great. So you use your feline agility. You get to the door. You're just kind of, we'll say that your action is just preparing to block block one of these guys if they try to escape. You don't want them to leave.
And I'm gonna look dead in the eye with well, not dead in the eye. I'm gonna look down at Sibo, look him in the eyeballs.
He looks up at you from a distance.
I'm gonna say, I think you've misunderstood me. I'm in love with you. All your writings, which I thought were dark angels, was actually you. So that means, in a sense, I'm in love with you and your writing. So I thought this was gonna be kind of like this emo toxic love thing, like, you know, where like, I know your dark secrets, but I still love you and want to hold that darkness in my heart, you know? And I kind of do like the heart, hand heart. And I'm like, because I love you, Sibo.
Sibo looks up at you, and you see him tear his eyes away, and he says, I'm sorry, babe, I'm already married to the job. And then combat continues. Anything else you want to say there?
I'm gonna...
Could Barabin yell, like, from, like, in between missing blows?
You're
being
just
like,
over there, like blocking with the shield as these guys are hammering down on you.
She kind of goes, I don't think that's an actual marriage. I don't think a job, you can marry a job.
Shush.
I hate this man. I can't wait to
This is-
rip his head off of his body.
We're having a metaphorical conversation. Just give us a moment.
And I'm gonna look at him and I'll be like, I could make you more emo than your writing ever could. I could love you and make you emoer.
All right, make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yeah.
I'm sexy. My titties be tittying.
Yeah, but combat's happening.
Yeah, you're in the middle of a fight to the death
What
with the
is
guy
this?
that tased you.
Is this persuasion?
Persuasion, yeah.
Yeah, we got a juicy 3.
Nice. Cool. I don't think that worked.
Okay.
But we'll find out on his.
So what I'm gonna try to do, so I've done my action. My bonus action would be have the people left yet in that 3 seconds of our conversation.
They're gonna move at the end of initiative.
Okay.
But everyone's dashing, so for the most part they'll be gone.
Are we kind of saying that we're fucking off Taco Mamacita? Because if I hurt some people, I hurt some people. You know, like it happens. Are we kind of trying to play it safe?
I wouldn't try to kill any pedestrians.
No, I'm just saying my
No.
wild magic surge, like we did that table last time where it's
Yeah.
like now it's like a bunch of stuff.
I think
Should I
that
wait?
you could just come in and fight without raging yet.
Okay.
And then wait until your next turn to rage when everybody's left.
But I did prepare an action, so that was my action.
That's true.
So yes, I'm
You can do it. There's plenty of effects on the list that only affect you, only affect certain people. It's not always like area. of
okay.
effect.
Let's fucking do this. I'm gonna kill 17 people at the Taco Mamacita.
All right, so everyone's running out.
Okay, everyone. Des has their head in their hands. They're not happy about this. But
I'm so
Darren, you
stressed.
hear Darren trying to probe me into this. Like, prod me
No.
into this.
I just said that if you're worried about it, there's a chance that everything will be fine. All right, so for those listening at home, we did expand the wild magic surge for Barbarian's table by quite a bit. There's now 50 different options. So you're going to roll a D100 for me,
Yep.
and you're going to tell me what numbers you get. What number you get.
One number, right? Okay, 21. 21. Hey, dudes. I think we had a 20. No, that was my initiative. Oh, why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, nothing. Everything's fine.
All right.
No, this is good. This is a good one. You're
Okay.
great. Oh, no, this is fantastic, actually. Yeah, you rolled really well. I was looking up at you because you were talking.
Okay.
All right. Magic infuses one weapon of your choice that you are holding. Until your rage ends, the weapon's damage type changes to force, and it gains the light and thrown properties.
So you can throw your great axe.
I'm going to throw it at his face.
If the weapon leaves your hand, the weapon reappears in your hand at the end of the current
I'm
turn.
Thor.
Yeah, that's where you're
Okay.
at. Cool. So that's your, you've used your bonus action, your movement. It's not the end of your turn yet, so you can use your action for something here if you would like to.
Yes.
What
I
you
would like to attack.
Perfect. Sounds good. So
actually,
go ahead. Yeah.
Can I attack one of the guards instead of my lover?
You want to attack one of the guards instead of your lever?
Yeah. Can I
Yeah.
throw it like over his gnome head, and then hit the one that is attacking Bannerman?
Sure.
That did attack Bannerman.
Perfect. Both guards attacked Bannerman during that turn.
The successful hit.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that did the successful hit. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and chuck it. You chuck it, and Sibo yells, "Whoa!" and then he ducks down to go under it.
I wasn't hitting you, my love. I still have hope for us.
She's delusional for real. she's lost it.
7 plus 7 is a 14 to hit.
14
They are
does not hit.
They are not paying attention to her though.
Yeah, but that's not how it works in D&D combat, unfortunately. The AC stays. If she was like hiding, then she could like roll with advantage to try and beat it, but she's not.
What are you telling me, that I can't hide behind this 3-foot gnome?
Now you are like, so between them and the door is about 30 feet. You were trying to place yourself near the door, so you're about 20 feet away from them when you do this throw.
Okay.
And then 10 feet more to the door between you and the door.
Got it.
So I'm going to write that down. 30 feet. Okay. Great. So that's your action. That's your bonus action. That's your movement. You all good?
Yeah, and I want to tell Sibo, please reconsider. I'll make you happy. But I'm not trying to persuade him. I'm just trying to, like, let him know that I'm attacking the other people, not him.
Yeah.
Like a crazy fan who, like, you know, like, meets a celebrity and is really creepy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, he's been, like, putting on an act for a little while now, and he's now getting to the point where he's like, okay, listen, you're getting a little crazy for me, so maybe we just call this off, and I'll leave, and it'll be fine. We can start over.
It's your call.
What do you mean we can start over?
You and me, we can hash it out. Just let me leave. We'll meet up another time. We got off on the wrong foot. So
are cell phones a thing?
Our cell phones? No.
Are telephones a thing? Regular wall telephones.
Yeah, like wall telephones. The the old ones where it's like one piece is for the ear, and then you talk into a microphone on the wall.
Is there a telephone in this establishment right now?
Sure.
Okay. Is it near where I'm at?
It's like 40 feet away, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's like behind the bar.
I would say get his address. That way you know.
But he could tell me the wrong address.
So before we continue with this line of thought, I do need a insight check from you, please.
You know I got bad insight. I'm
Yeah, of course.
delusional. 11 minus 1, 10.
Fantastic. Cool. Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
If you call it off, there might be a chance for you guys. Might be a chance for you guys.
Oh, okay. Give me your phone number right now.
Yeah, sure. He starts patting for a number.
I want to, like... Okay, this is gonna be too much.
Well,
no, I'm just gonna attack him.
We're gonna cut.
Yeah.
You've already. So we've done your turn. Now we're gonna cut it off here. You can think about it when it comes back around to your
100%.
turn. But that's where we're at. That's Kira. We're over to Maeve. So Maeve, you see Bannerman getting struck a bunch. You see a face-off going off between these two.
I'm trying my hardest to understand the layout of this place. And so I'm drawing it right now.
Sure.
Because I think I pictured it differently than you pictured it, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So I would like to know what you...
Great
what
question. You guys can always feel free to be like, what the heck's going on in your head? Because I might not have described it well or at all. Because I wasn't expecting combat to break out. It's this large... It's like a large square room. There's booths across the middle, and then booths on each side, like basically all parallel to each other. In between the booths are more tables. This is a very popular place, so they just have like filled it full of tables. So between you guys and the booth where they were, there were some tables in between that and some people. So you've got some people in front of you that you got to move through who are all getting up from their tables and trying to run out. and you've got the booth on the other side.
Understood. Okay. That makes more sense.
And where your booth is and where their booth is about 20 feet.
Okay.
Probably less. It'd be more like 15. Would it?
Okay.
15, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I've been picturing like almost like a diner type layout with like a big like counter space in the middle and then booths and booths.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking more of like an
Applebee's.
Yeah, an Applebee's or an IHOP where it's like just like a big square room and they've just packed it full of booths and tables.
That makes more sense. Everything. Well, now that makes sense. Okay, I didn't plan my turn at all. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Maeve's like still lounging in the booth, cracking up, and then she's like, "Oh shit!" The second they hit Banabin, she's like, "Oh, this is real. Actually, like this isn't just Kira getting tased for assaulting a man in public. This is now a fight for my friends." So she's up. She's ready for action.
Love it.
And I think, so I could still get over to them like through all these people in one turn, like with my movement. Is it difficult terrain or anything because of how many people are in the way?
Yeah, no, you can push through them pretty easily and get past.
All right. Yeah, let's do that. Get right up on the guards. Is Skee Ball or whatever his name is he still in the middle of the two of them?
Skee Ball?
Yeah.
No, they've moved around him to get to Banabin. So he's, if you're picturing it from your view, you've got Banabin, you've got the two guards, and then behind the two guards is Sibo.
Towards the door.
Yeah, he started like making his move towards the door.
And Kira's past him.
And Kira's between him and the door, 20 feet away from him, 10 feet from the door.
This is a big restaurant. Okay. I have no idea what I want to do to help you people. What if I run up and hit a man? I run up and I hit a man with my big ass hammer, and that's that.
Yeah, you can go and do that.
Okay, wonderful. I'm gonna try and do that then.
All right, sounds good.
Hit
a man.
I'm so confused. Me hits a civilian on accident. Oh, I might actually. I got an 8.
8, fantastic. So you miss.
Yep,
Great.
that's it.
That's it?
Yep.
All right, sounds good. So you're up there with Banabin in the fray.
Yeah, but now I have that thing that because I'm within 5 feet of Banabin, I impose disadvantage on attacks against her.
Absolutely. Yep. All right, Banabin, it's your turn. Your shield spell fades as Maeve comes over and starts attacking. Doge is there as well. What would you and Doge like to do?
I want Doge to provide the help action to Kira.
Okay.
I guess kind of. I'm not really sure how to do that. Are you going to come in closer for stuff, or are you just going to stay between the door in case?
This is a spoiler, but I'm going to start attacking.
Okay. I mean, you already went and swung, but...
No, I'm going to start attacking him.
Him, okay.
Yeah.
Then, what I'm going to do is distract Sibo with Doge, because Doge is just coming out of nowhere. To help Kira.
Yeah,
Woof.
He's like, what the hell is that?
Much war, many wow.
To war. Yeah, cool.
And what I'm going to do is go in with my daggers.
Love it.
Because I feel like, wait, no, I don't know what these guys' constitution throw is. If I equip both daggers, but I go to use a cantrip, can I use my offhand dagger?
Wait, you want to use a cantrip and then offhand dagger?
Yeah.
You got to attack with a dagger first, and then you can bonus action offhand with the other dagger.
Okay, so it has to be.
It has to be, with your main hand attack, which would be the other dagger.
Okay.
Dagger, dagger.
Dagger, dagger. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do. I'm going to use my daggers.
Okay, sounds good.
22 to hit.
22. That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, so a D4. I think this is a D4.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm learning, guys.
So far, so good.
4.
4 damage. Sounds
4
good.
damage.
You added your modifier to that, right?
Yeah, because it's 1d4 plus 2.
Cool. All right, and then you want to do your offhand attack as well?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So go ahead and roll an attack roll.
14 to hit?
14 hits? Nope, it does not. Sorry. It doesn't.
Dang. But, okay,
But
I do
you
that.
got a little bit of damage in. Perfect. Yeah, you just like stab in with your dagger. You just kind of like slice one of their thighs, and he looks down and he's like, ow.
The same one who, I was going for the same one who hit me, so I
yeah,
can just be
exactly.
like, now you don't like how that feels.
You know, I really don't. Maybe I should rethink my. Ah! And then he goes to attack you again. Awesome. That's Bannerman. Anything else you want to do?
Nope.
And reminds me what Doge is doing.
Doge is distracting Sibo.
Got it. Cool. All right. So he swings around, goes next to Sivo, just starts barking at him. Sivo's like, "What the fuck? What is this?
Bark, bark, bark." Just over and over and over again.
Bark. Great. Cool. Now it's Sibo's turn. Sibo, he's going to be like, all right, look, let me get you my number real quick. And he's like reaching into his pocket for a piece of paper. And he pulls it out and he writes his name on there. And then he holds it out to you and he's like, just come get it, grab the number, let us go. Everything will be fine.
Oh, can I do something even if it's not my turn?
Yeah, you can respond if you want to say something. And then we can figure out what you want to do on your turn. Or we can figure that out on your turn.
Yeah, we'll just figure it out on my turn.
All right, sounds good. That appears to be his whole turn there.
He just has a
Wink wonk.
And then the guards are going to go. They are going to split up between Banabin and Maeve. So we got the attacks against Banabin first. We do
At disadvantage.
Perfect. Sounds good. So you bring up your shield as the first one comes down on Banabin. Try and protect her. With disadvantage, it's an 11 to hit.
Misses.
That sucks for me. And then at normal, because it just applies to the first one, we got a 16 to hit.
Yes. Hits.
16. Got it. And then we've got a 11 to hit again.
Misses.
All right, so this first guy only gets 1 hit in of his 3 attacks. And that's 9 slashing damage into you.
Okay.
And then the other one's going to attack Maeve. We've got a 19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a 18 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a 20 to hit. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
A crit?
17, dirty 20. 17 total damage coming in from his 2 sword strikes, and then he stabs you with the dagger. Great. That's their turn. Kira's up next.
Okay. So he hands me, or he's trying to give me this piece of paper.
Yeah.
And, what's it called? Kira kind of, like, looks him up and down and is like, I loved you with everything that I had in my heart. But all men do is lie. And as she says lie and, like, screams it, she's going to cast Hex on him.
Great. Sounds good.
Kira now has spells, bitches. Woo! I took the feat spellcaster initiate, so now I got some spells and some cantrips.
All right, so
excited for you.
Hex, as a reminder, it does adds an extra d6 of damage on your weapon attacks and something else. What's the other thing on Hex?
Oh my god, it's long. You place a curse on a creature that you can see within range until the spell ends. You deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. Also, choose one ability when you cast the spell. The target has disadvantage on ability checks made but with the chosen ability.
What abilities would you like him to have disadvantage on? So strength, dex, con.
I think like
intelligence.
whatever ability would make him pass a grappling check.
He can use either acrobatics or athletics, so either strength or dexterity. Would you like to know what he's better at?
No, I feel like that's a little metagaming. I could just
Yeah, I mean, you could.
I can
I
just-
mean, if you want to make a check or if you want to guess.
I was gonna say you can just look at him and you'll know
Yeah, I feel like
because he's a gnome.
so. Our gnomes. Actually, I really don't know. Never mind.
Gnomes are not very strong,
Okay, so he'd be
so
more
he's
acrobatic.
probably more fast. Yeah,
Okay.
probably quicker than strong.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that one then.
Okay, you'll do a dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So he has disadvantage on dexterity checks, and you get an extra d6 of necrotic damage on him.
Does only Kira get extra d6 of necrotic, or is that everyone who attacks him?
Just her.
Okay,
It works like Hunter's Mark.
that's what I figured.
It's like
but
an evil
like
version
the
of
way
Hunter's
that
Mark.
she read it, I was like, that sounds a lot like Hunter's Mark, but also I'm not sure. I'm
Also,
not super
that's only
familiar
a
with
bonus
text.
action to cast, so you still have your action.
I'm gonna attack.
Lovely.
Wait,
You
do I need
thro-
to do the 1d6 now? Or
It's
later?
in
If you
addition
hit.
to your damage on
If I
attacks.
hit. Okay.
So when you hit him, you'll just add an extra d6
And I got advantage because of Doge, right?
Yes.
because of Doge. Yep, absolutely. He still like keeps eyeing over at Doge, and you wait for that perfect moment to chuck it. What'd you get?
I rolled a 3 and a 4.
What's your bonus?
Plus 7.
So what would that?
11.
11. That's only just barely misses. Great. So it goes across. It flies by him, sticks into a booth, the axe, and then teleports back into your hand. And
And I want to
yeah.
see if he's shaken. If he's shaken in his little combat boots.
He's like, "Come on, I thought we had a deal," and he's like still holding up the piece of paper with the phone number on it.
Open it up right now.
Look! He opens it up.
Does it have a phone number in it?
It does have a sequence of numbers on that piece of paper.
This is why I need a telephone right now.
Yep. So that's
That's it. That's
Kira.
it for me.
Perfect.
I'm not rolling really great this time.
Better.
I was rolling great all in the beginning, and now that it's combat, it's like 4. I rolled a 3 and a 4 on my advantage.
All right. It is now Maeve's turn.
Cool.
This combat's gonna take forever if I keep rolling like this.
So I guess I'm gonna try and hit that guy, the guard guy I was hitting again.
Sure. Yeah. Go for it.
And we will do it up, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. Sure won't.
All right. Fair enough.
But I would like to shield bash him as a bonus action.
Oh, lovely. You have a new ability to do that.
I
Awesome.
sure do.
So what happens with that?
I don't know.
All right. So-
Let me go find it. I have no idea. These things are all over the ding dong shop. Shieldmaster Shove. If you take the attack action on your turn, which I did, you can use your bonus action to try and shove a creature within 5 feet of your shield.
So shove action. You make an athletics check against. I think. Hang on. Let me look up the rules 1 sec.
Yeah, I'm like,
I
I
haven't
don't
done shove in
know.
a little while. You can either knock him prone to the ground, or you can push him away from you 5 feet.
I would like to knock him prone to the ground, please.
Perfect. You make an athletics check, and he can make either athletics or acrobatics. What is this guy better at? Let's find out. Ooh. Oh, athletics. Cool. So he's making an athletics check against your athletics check.
Wonderful.
And I'll tell you now, he rolled a 17. So you gotta, so he set the DC at 17. You gotta get a 17 or higher.
No,
All right.
sure didn't.
I'm really sorry. So far, so bad. All right. It's
I want
Siva's turn.
everybody at home to know that I've rolled 3 nat ones in a row. By the way,
Oh my gosh.
I'm in 3 different sets of dice, and I'm just sucking the life out of myself.
Oh no.
I'm having a miserable time.
All right, Sivo, he has the piece of paper. He's like, All right, hey, if you don't want it, that's fine. But I'm gonna bounce if that's cool. And you see him move his hands in a spellcasty way, says a quick word, and then disappears from sight. And that's his turn. It is now the these two guys' turn. They see him go invisible, and there's like a moment where they look at each other and they look at you guys, and then they're like, "We cool? I mean, our boss is gone, and we don't have anything to protect. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, cool." They like just start backing away from you guys.
Better
they
goes,
sheath their
sorry
weapons.
about that.
Yeah, I won't
Hey,
kill a working class man ever.
We're just doing our job. I'm glad you understand.
Much respect. Good luck out there.
Hey, thanks, buddy. And they just start walking towards the door. We're going to stay in initiative, though, in case people want to do things about this guy that just disappeared. Because Kira, you're up.
Would my magic awareness do anything with this? Like, could I feel like some magic in the air tonight?
Let's take another look at the specifics of that real quick.
I just love how we just kind of did like a big old fist fight and then like he disappears and we're just like, hey, you were doing a job, no hard feelings.
You were doing a job. We were doing a job.
Because
Yeah.
I have hex on him right now.
Yeah.
So maybe I can feel my hex.
I love where your head's at. Let me take a look here. If it doesn't specifically say, I will have you make a check to make this work.
Okay.
So primal knowledge, magic awareness. As an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover.
Look at me doing things magically.
Cool. All right, sounds good. You feel a presence at the door behind you,
Okay.
kind of amongst the crowd that's all sprinting out the door.
Okay. So like, is he within the crowd, or is there a
Yes.
way I can like grab him?
He's moved his full movement, which is let me double check what his movement is. Yeah, 30 feet. So he's moved his full movement around you, and he was between him and the door was 30 feet. So he had to go around you a little bit, so he's like right before the door, and that's the biggest concentration of people. So there are a lot of people there, but you tell me what you want to do with that information.
I didn't get an opportunity attack on him for leaving it.
No,
you
because
didn't see him.
he was invisible.
Okay.
You would have had to see him to be able to do that. To know he was there to be able to do that.
Looking at my other spells. Okay. I want to minor illusion. I want to like whisper in his ear, like kind of like if other people hear it, that's fine because they're gonna be like, "What the fuck? I don't understand what this means," and I'm gonna say, "This ain't over yet. I'll be back."
Perfect.
And then I want that to be whispered into the area where his ears might be, like maybe even lower, because like I bet everyone is not all that his height, so maybe put it like a little bit lower. So
You're talking to everybody else's ass.
Yeah, exactly. But it is here. That's very funny. You see him, or
and then signed, comma, XX underscore Kira underscore XX.
hell yeah, yeah. You, and of course you say signed and all
Yes.
those words. And so this minor illusion spell, you pick a point right where you think he is, right at about his height. You sense the general area of where he is, and you feel the presence of that. Like it feels, you don't hear anything, but you do feel the presence of it like fall over, like it tripped. and then gets back up, and you feel it like running around the outside of the door. But are we going to stay in initiative, or are you letting him go?
Oh, I'm letting him go. I'm sending him off with a little in his ear,
Perfect.
and then I'm done.
Perfect. Yeah, sounds good. And he goes running away, and
I feel like that went as bad as it could have been, but that was so perfect.
Yep. You see the guards are walking away. They walk past you and they nod at you and they're like, good fight, good work.
Yeah.
And then they walk out the door. You see the bartender like peeks his head over the bar, like he was behind the bar. He's like, "Is that it?"
Can I speak to your manager?
Yeah.
And I'm going to take out my 500 gold coins and I'm going to pay. I can't lose my BOGO margaritas.
Perfect.
So I'm going to
pay for the damages.
Pay
of
for
the
the
night,
damage
the
and pay
lost
for like
service.
the food and like however that might be.
Perfect. Sounds good. So you guys wrap up here with that. We'll say damages. I mean, it would be about 100 gold. So it's not the end of the world at all.
Yeah, I'll pay that.
They are able to like reopen for the night. Luckily, it wasn't too late where they were able to like get some people to come back. It's they get it back. So we'll say 100 gold to pay for damages there.
Yep.
Love it. Cool.
And then I'm gonna go back to having a margarita.
Yeah, you guys are
like, good fight, everyone. That was great.
Maeve is so mad at Kira right now. Like, I don't think she, being the youngest sibling, has never felt the feeling that she's feeling right now, which is like just pure like disappointed rage of being like, yo, what the fuck was that? Like, what was that whole situation that you just put us in? And then to brush it off and be like, that was fun, wasn't it? And both me and Bannerman have like bruises and fucking Maeve's got a black eye and is like less than half health, like just pissed off. Got beat up for you to assault a man.
And I'm gonna be in the booth like, wasn't he so cute? Like, did you see his like ripped jeans?
Like,
and like his
Maeve's
guyliner
like steaming from her head.
like,
It just
we go so good together. And even though he didn't see it today, like like when he was leaving, like I told him like I would see him again. So like it's gonna happen. And then Kira like doesn't even like notice Maeve seething in the seat. She's gonna like be like, oh, ooh. Like she remembers Malarix in her head. And she's like, eh. And then just kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
You notice like an absence of presence at the moment.
Yeah.
From Malrix. He might be trying to work some things out on his own.
about damn time.
Cool. All right. Anything else you guys want to do here with margaritas and all that sort of stuff? Finish up. Let's do this. So in real life, it is getting quite late. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to wrap up here for the night. What we'll do when we come back for our next session is you guys will come with ideas of what you want to do for your 2 weeks of downtime, what you want to do with your...
Oh my god, we didn't even do that.
Yeah, exactly. We got 1 week of Bannerman and that's it. So we'll decide what we want to do with our 2 weeks of downtime, and we'll decide what we want to spend our money on, and we'll start the next session with just running through those, and then we can move on with
the rest of the money because we bought potions and lotions.
Oh yeah, but you each have 500 left, or sorry, Kira has 400 left now, and whatever gold you had from the past. So yeah, you guys have all of that, and we'll pick up next time. Awesome. Cool.
Thanks for listening to this shit show.
Thanks for listening. We're going to be talking about this. We got a lot to talk about in the ritual cast. Patreon.com/halfcasters is where we upload all of those, where we'll talk about this episode more. I did not have any of that last bit planned, so we'll talk about that a bit more.
And what could have been.
Exactly. You can follow us on all of our socials. We're at Halfcasters everywhere, except for Instagram, which is at Halfcasters Show. We've got, is there anything that you guys want to point the people to?
Fan art. I think we decided it was going to be hashtag Halfcasters Art or
Whole.
and
hashtag HC Shart.
Oh yeah.
HC Shart.
So-
and in phonetic terms, that's hashtag Hulu Charlie
Nope, don't do it. It's so long.
Sierra.
HART. So
I had to sit there. I was like, crap, I don't remember.
don't remember all of them. That's all right. No one does. Great. So yeah, we want to see your stuff. You can tag us on all the socials. We want to hear from you. Yeah.
Let's thank those patrons.
We got our inner circle to shout out. These are our top patrons over on Patreon. We've got Daz. We've got Heather S. We've got Michael C. And of course, our very own Kara. Thank you, Kara.
What?
Thank
What?
you, Kara.
Me?
All right. That's it. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next in 2 weeks with our next session.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.